Hello, dear students, welcome back to our channel. Okay, now in the previous video, we are discussing about the Sridhar Acharya formula. So now in this exercise 5.4, we are going to know how we can find the nature of roots of the quadratic equation. So I hope that all of you know about the Sridhar Acharya formula and everyone can remember that. Suppose if ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is the standard quadratic equation, then then by Sridhar Acharya formula, the roots, that means x, the value of x equal to minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay, so this is the formula of Sridhar Acharya formula. Now in this formula here, the b square minus 4ac, that term, okay, only b square minus 4ac. So here b square minus 4ac, that is called the discriminant of the quadratic equation. Okay, here b square minus 4ac is the discriminant of that quadratic equation, that is a square plus ax square plus bx plus c that equal to 0. Now the nature of the roots depends on this discriminant, okay, on this value of b square minus 4ac. So now we are going to know how this discriminant depends, or the nature of the root depends on the discriminant. So first one, if the value of b square minus 4ac, if the value of b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then the roots are real and unequal. Okay, then the roots are real and unequal. Then number 2, if the value of b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then the roots are real and equal. Now number 3, if b square minus 4ac less than 0, then the roots are imaginary and unequal. Okay, so that is the process to find the nature of the roots. First you have to find the value of b square minus 4ac, which is called the discriminant of the equation. Then the value of b square minus 4ac, which depends, or which help to find the nature of the roots. If b square minus 4ac greater than 0, then the two roots are real and unequal. If b square minus 4ac equal to 0, then two roots are real and equal. If b square minus 4ac less than 0, then two roots are imaginary and unequal. Okay, so now we are going to solve the problem from the exercise 5.4. Okay, so that is the first sum number 1, 3. Here the given equation is 16x square minus 40x plus 25, that equal to 0. Okay, so now first we have to compare this equation with the standard equation, that means ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. First we compare this given equation with the standard equation and we find the value of a, that is 16, value of b equal to minus 40, and value of c equal to 25. Okay, now we have to find the value of discriminant, that means d. D is denoted for discriminants, so discriminants equal to b square minus 4ac, so that equal to minus 40 whole square, which is the value of b, and 4 into 16 into 25. Okay, so now minus 40 whole square, so that equal to 1600, minus now 4 into 25, that equal to 100, 100 into 16, so that equal to also 1600. So 1600 minus 16, that equal to 0. That means the value of b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Now if the value of b square minus 4ac equal to 0, then by the formula b square minus 4ac is 0, then the roots are real and equal. So we can write hence the two roots of the given equations are real and equal. So that is the answer. So that is the only one process. So first you have to compare the given equation with the standard equation, then find the value of a, b and c, then you have to find the value of the discriminant, that means b square minus 4ac, and if b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then the roots will be real and equal. If greater than 0, then real and unequal, and if less than 0, then it will be imaginary and unequal. Okay, now we are going to solve the next problem. Okay, now sum number 2. Sum number 2 4, the given equation is 2 root 3 x square minus 5x plus root 3. Now discuss the nature of the roots of the following quadratic equation. Okay, so first we have to compare this quadratic equation with the standard quadratic form, and we get that a equal to 2 root 3, b equal to minus 5 and c equal to root 3. Okay, now we have to find the value of b square minus 4ac. So put down the value of b, a and c in this equation, and then we get the value equal to 1, as 1 greater than 0. So according to the formula, this equation have real and unequal roots, or you can say that real and distinct roots. Okay, now sum number 3. Find the nature of the roots of the following quadratic equation. So here the quadratic equation is x square minus half x minus half equal to 0. By comparing this equation, we get that a equal to 1, b equal to minus half and c equal to minus half again. So now find the value of b square minus 4ac, that is the discriminant. So that equal to 9 by 4, which is also greater than 0. So the two roots are real and unequal or distinct. Now sum number 4. Without solving the following quadratic equation, find the value of p and for which the given equation have real and equal roots. Okay, so in this given equation it told that this equation have real and equal roots. So by the formula we can write that b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Because as b square minus 4ac equal to 0, we say that this equation have real and equal roots. So in this given equation it already said that this equation have real and equal roots. That means we can say that b square minus 4ac equal to 0. So from in this equation here, b equal to minus p by p minus 3, a equal to 1 and c equal to p. So write that a equal to 1, b equal to p minus 3 and c equal to p. Now according to the problem, b square minus 4ac equal to 0. So put down the value p minus 3 whole square minus 4 into 1 into p, that equal to 0. So here p square minus 10p plus 9 equal to 0, and which is also a quadratic equation. So we solve this quadratic equation by middle term factor, and we get that p minus 9 into p minus 1 equal to 0. That means either p minus 9 equal to 0, so from that p equal to 9, or p minus 1 equal to 0, from that we get that p equal to 1. So the value of p equal to 1 or 9. Okay, now sum number 5. In sum number 5, find the values of k for which each of the following quadratic equation has equal roots. So again, this quadratic equation has equal roots. That means b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Now comparing this equation with standard quadratic form, and we get that a equal to 1, b equal to 4k and c equal to, this term is a constant term, so c equal to k square minus k plus 2. Now as b square minus 4ac equal to 0, so put down the value of a, b and c in this equation, and we get that 3k square plus k minus 2 equal to 0, and that is also a quadratic equation. So solve it by middle term factor, so that becomes k plus 1 into 3k minus 2, that equal to 0. So either k plus 1 equal to 0, that means k equal to minus 1, or 3k minus 2 equal to 0, that means k equal to 2 by 3. Okay, so value of k equal to minus 1 or 2 by 3. Okay, so sum number 6 and sum number 7 are as same as sum number 5. So I hope you will not face any kind of problem. So now we are going to solve sum number 8. Now in sum number 8, find the values of p for which the quadratic equation 2p plus 1x square minus 7p plus 2x plus 7p minus 3 equal to 0 has equal roots. Okay, so it's given it has equal roots. That means b square minus 4ac equal to 0. So first we have to compare this equation with the standard quadratic equation, and we get that a equal to 2p plus 1, b equal to minus 7p plus 2 and c equal to 7p minus 3. So as b square minus 4ac equal to 0, so put down the value, and we get that here minus 7p plus 2 whole square. Now minus whole square, so minus will be vanished, so that becomes 7p plus 2 whole square. Now 4 into, now 2p plus 1 into 7p plus 3, multiplying these two terms, and we get that 14p square plus 7p minus 6p minus 3. Okay, so now we solve this equation. Here 7p plus 2, that means a plus b whole square formula. We apply a plus b whole square formula, and at last we get that 7p square minus 24p minus 16. Here minus 7p square plus 24p plus 16. Now multiply with minus with both side, so we get that 7p square minus 24p minus 16, that equal to 0. And now we can solve this quadratic equation by middle term factorization method, and we get that 7p plus 4 into p minus 4 equal to 0. So from that, either p minus 4 equal to 0, so p equal to 4, or 7p plus 4 equal to 0, so p equal to minus 4 by 7. Okay, now sum number 9. In sum number 9, the question is, what is sum number 9? Find the values of p for which the quadratic equation 2x square plus 3x plus p equal to 0 has real roots. Okay, so and now in the formula, here b square minus 4ac is the discriminant, and the real roots, that means this one and this one. Okay, so b square minus 4ac greater than 0, that also real roots, and if b square minus 4ac equal to 0, it has also real roots. So we can say that if this equation has real roots, that means b square minus 4ac greater than equal to 0. Okay, so remember that b square if this equation carry real roots, that means b square minus 4ac greater than equal to 0. Not only greater than or not only equal to, the both condition will be there, greater than equal to 0. So first we compare this equation, a equal to 2, b equal to 3, and c equal to p. So as b square minus 4ac greater than equal to 0, that means 3 square minus 4 into 2 into p greater than equal to 0. So 9 minus 8p greater than equal to 0. So 9 equal to greater than equal to 8p. Now 8p equal to less than equal to 9. Okay, so as 9 greater than equal to 8p, so we can write that 8p less than equal to 9, so p equal to less than equal to 9 by 8. Okay, now sum number 10 as same as sum number 9. So now we are going to solve the last problem in this exercise, that is sum number 11. So in sum number 11, find the values of p for which the equation 3p square minus 3x square minus px plus 5 equal to 0 has real roots. Again real roots, that means b square minus 4ac greater than equal to 0. Now as a equal to 3, b equal to minus p, and c equal to 5, so that means minus p whole square minus 4 into 3 into p greater than equal to 0. So p square minus 60 greater than equal to 0. So p equal to greater than root over 60, has here p square equal to greater than 60, so p equal to greater than equal to root 60. Now the value of root 60 equal to plus minus 2 root 15. Okay, value of root 60 equal to plus minus 2 root 15. So we get that p greater than equal to plus minus 2 root 15. So from that we write that p less than equal to minus 2 root 15, or p greater than equal to 2 root 15. Okay, so I hope all of you understand this exercise 5.4, and if any kind of problem, please contact us by comment on this video. And in the next video we are going to solve exercise 5.3, which is the last quadratic exercise, it's the last exercise in the quadratic equation. So please subscribe this channel and please press the notification bell, so that whenever we upload any kind of video or any chapter, you will get the notification.